Hey everyone, Edward Azar here from Detroit Progress again. Um, so here we are from the last video. Here's the deer. We're going to go ahead and right click him and let's see, how do we got to remove him really quick. I'll just, just press delete. He's gone. Okay, so at this point I want to start showing everybody how to make a route. So I have an old bank list here. This was from a seller a couple months back, and we have a whole bunch of properties here. So stuff in Alabama, Arkansas, California, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, a lot of Michigan, obviously, Minnesota. So you got a good list here. This was the price the guy was trying to get. We'll just go ahead and hide that. There's really no reason to have that. So these are the basic things you need. The biggest one is an address. Second one, city. You don't really need that. State, you don't really need that. The two things you really need is the address and the zip. So that's it. So this file saved on my desktop, and I'm going to go ahead and move this away. And here we are back with Streets and Trips. Now, how do we get this in there? Well, we're going to click on Route. We're going to click on Data, and we're going to do the Import Data Wizard. Now, you can, import this stuff several ways, but obviously we like to use Excel. So let's see. This file is called List of Available Properties, November 12th, 2009, and the sheet it was on was sheet 1. So I'm going to click Next. And then here we go. So that first column is the address, second column is the city, third column is the state. Then of course zip code, and remember the price. So we're just going to make sure that all of these are set up. The biggest ones, again, address and zip code, but city, state, that will help the program find those locations. So we're going to click Finish, and here it is, pulling the information. Did it pretty quick, but so what happens is a lot of the times the records will not show up properly for whatever reason, and from the Streets and Trips, from the conversion from Excel over to Streets and Trips, it will somehow have the address incorrect. So this is where you're going to have to actually do some work and make sure all your addresses are correct, because the last thing you want to do is have to go out there and fix a property. So I'm going to go ahead and get all these together. So let's see, there's 16. It says there's 16 records unmatched. So my record on this one is 2021 29th Street Southwest. Okay. So then obviously there's a zip code error here. I'm not really so sure how well this address is, 3521. We can always, obviously this Southwest is an issue, so we'll do that. And then I'm going to try and put this into Google and see if I can get an answer on this one. So 202129 29th Street Southwest, Birmingham, Alabama. So that shows up for sure. And 29th Street, Ensley. So this one, what we're going to have to do is skip this one, and we may have to enter it in manually. But you guys are going to have to make sure that when you do this stuff, you're watching over this, because that's money on you, and it's money out of managers' pockets as well. So make sure you get all your routes right, and once you do this a few times, you'll see the exact areas that you're having problems with, because they'll show up the same. So this one's 6th and Pecan. Again, same thing. You're just going to have to research. Of these 16, there's 200 on this list, so 16, not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and just skip all of these for now. And that brings us to the map, with all the properties. So you got some in California here, you got some over here, you got a little bit of, oh, nothing in Texas. So everything is shown up by a pin. So you can right click any of these pins and click show information, and it'll show you the address. So this is 43 Claremont, Rochester, New York 14609. So that's that. It's again not too interesting. You can change the symbol color if you want. I mean, there's really no point for what we're doing. You guys are going to have all kinds of routes coming in and coming out. So let's just say we wanted to add, let's say we wanted to do, again, I'll just do Detroit because I'm so familiar with it. Let's say we wanted to do Detroit here. So the first thing we're going to have to do is add the drawing tab, and that'll come up here. I'm just going to throw this one up here. I don't really need it right now. And okay, so now you have here this rectangle. This is what I use. You can use the freeform one too. So like, let's say, well, let's just do the rectangle. So here's the rectangle. I can snag all that stuff at one time, and then click add push pins as stops. Okay, now it's going to number each one, and if you go back into the car, the route planner, now you'll see all those addresses here. You know, you can do it however you want. You can use this thing if you wanted to. You can, okay, and you can, you know, add this odd area plus the square, so we can add those, and then we'll just add those push pins as stops, and then it, you know, it adds those in as well, right? So now we pretty much have, for the most part, the whole state of Michigan. And just because I don't really want to look at these things anymore, I'm just going to go ahead and delete them by clicking the delete key. Okay, so you know, we got the whole state of Michigan. So let's say, you know, here's me. I'm over here. I'm around, let's say, well, let's see. So, you know, again, this isn't what a real route would look like. I'm just doing it for the sake of making a route. You know, so you'd be spread around in Lansing, Grand Rapids. So you would try and do a major area at one time, and you know, you wouldn't be bouncing all over a state for the most part. And your managers will line that up for you. So anyway, I'm just gonna pick a random spot, which is, you know, kind of close to where we're at, where our offices are, and I'm gonna click this one. And this is the one I'm going to use as my start. So I'm going to click here and go to route and click add as start. So this is my starting point for this particular route. So that's number 1. It was number 40. So you'll see it has a 1 and a 40. So I'm going to delete it as number 40, Burt Road. And let's see. Okay, so there it is. That's my start, and I want to do, let's say I want to do all this stuff first and then head out here, and then I just want to kind of hit this one in Waterford at the end. So I'm going to do that one, add as the end. And so it's 5053, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it as number 50, Portage Trail. Okay, so now we have all these properties numbered, and as you can see, they're all numbered, but you know, they're just randomly numbered. They're numbered at random. So I'm going to pause here, and then on the next video we will show the second part of this video, how to optimize, and then of course how to deal with your routes.